10 most visited cities in the world. 10. Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Another Asian metropolis, Kuala Lumpur, rounds out the top 10 most visited cities in the world. According to various estimates, by 2025 the capital of Malaysia will host at least 20 million people a year. Already today, the city is ahead of such large and popular global population centers like Rome, Tokyo, Istanbul, Seoul, and Shanghai. Kuala Lumpur offers tourists a variety of interesting attractions and entertainment programs. 9. Shenzhen, China. In the list of the most visited cities in the world in 2021 is a third representative of China, Shenzhen. Shenzhen is located in the southern part of the country and acts as a kind of bridge between mainland China and Hong Kong. It is one of the fastest growing cities in the world, both in terms of population and level of technological development. It is the most important trade, transport, and financial center of the country. 8. New York, USA. Despite the decline in recent years, New York is still among the 10 most visited cities in the world. It is the largest American metropolis and the center of international trade. The headquarters of leading international organizations and companies are located here. From the UN to Calvin Klein Inc., not only US citizens, but also tens of thousands of migrants from different countries dream of finding a job in New York. 7. Paris, France. Of course, the rating of the most visited cities in the world cannot do without the French capital. Despite the tragic events associated with the terrorist attacks a few years ago, Paris remains one of the most attractive cities for tourists in Europe. No other landmark annually receives as many visitors as the Eiffel Tower. France as a whole is visited by about 90 million people a year. This is the highest figure in the world. 6. Dubai, United Arab Emirates. A good PR campaign on a global scale has helped to attract millions of tourists and businessmen to Dubai. It is the most visited city in the Middle East. In general, the United Arab Emirates has a very effective policy to attract foreign investment and develop the financial and tourism sectors, which together with the huge oil reserves allows the state to be in the top 10 richest countries in the world. 5. Macau, China. The 5 most visited cities in the world is another representative of China and Asia, Macau. According to analysts, in 10 years, this city will receive at least 25 million people a year. That is, the number of visits will increase by 10 million. The bulk of tourists come to Macau because of the entertainment industry, particularly gambling. Thanks to modern casinos, this megalopolis is called Monte Carlo in Asia or Las Vegas in the East. 4. Singapore. Singapore is a city-state in Southeast Asia and one of the 4 Asian tigers. With a population of just under 5.9 million people, the number of visitors exceeds 16 million a year, which is 3 times the number of locals. By the end of the decade, the flow could reach 20 million. The most frequent travelers to Singapore are Chinese, Indonesians, and Australians. In addition to tourism and business, foreigners are attracted by the fact that Singapore has one of the best medical systems in the world. 3. London, United Kingdom. London is the most visited city in the world among European nations. In the near future, the British capital expects over 20 million visitors, and by 2025 the number of visitors should exceed 25 million. Despite its exit from the European Union, London remains one of the most important business centers on the planet. That is why the city is visited not only by many tourists, but also by a large number of entrepreneurs and skilled professionals from abroad. 2. Bangkok, Thailand. The capital of Thailand is one of only 2 cities in the world with over 20 million visitors per year. Bangkok attracts millions of tourists from all over the world because of its vibrant nightlife, delicious cuisine, and affordable prices. The city has many historical sites, including the famous Buddhist temples, modern shopping centers, and places for comfortable rest. By the way, unlike Hong Kong, where Chinese citizens form the lion's share of visitors, mainly foreigners head to Bangkok. 1. Hong Kong, China. The most visited city in the world in 2022 is Hong Kong. The gleaming metropolis in southeastern China is more than 5 million visitors a year ahead of its closest pursuer, Bangkok, which just recently held firmly to the top spot. Experts predict that one of the world's largest financial centers will be visited by at least 31 million people in a few years, and by 2025 the number will be close to 44 million.